Hey, I wanted to hop on here and just say a few things this morning. I'm wearing this shirt. It's from my Covenant Coach Academy, and it's backwards, I know, but it says, "Is that 100% true?" And so when you're going through the day and you're thinking thoughts, and a lot of times we'll have a bunch of thoughts flowing through our mind, and you can ask yourself, because actually the thoughts will make you feel a certain way, which will cause you to do the next thing that you do. And so if you're thinking something that's making you have low energy, or making your heart race, or giving you tension somewhere, or a headache, you look at that, like, think, what was I just thinking? And then you can ask yourself this question: is that 100% true? Because a lot of times the thought isn't even like, it's worry, it's anxiety, it's something that we are thinking that hasn't even happened, that we're just assuming might happen. And it can cause the anxiety and all this pressure on us, or tension, or low energy. So it's good to look at what we're thinking about, and how it's making us feel, and then what it's making us do. And that's what we have in our lives. What we think, what we focus on, is what we have in our lives. And so if there's something that you're like, why is this in my life? Think about what you've been thinking about that situation and change it. And I also wanted to say, I know I was like this for a lot of years, where I wouldn't say anything because I wanted to keep peace. Okay? Well, a lot of times we probably need to say the thing. If we're coming from a heart of love and wanting to do the situation well, or like, we might need to say the thing that's on our heart. And when we think of the thought that, well, I want to keep peace, well, is it peaceful already? Like, do you even have peace already? Is the thing to ask yourself, because sometimes we're wanting to keep peace, but in saying the thing that's on our heart to say, it could stir things up a little bit, which that might be necessary to get to the spot that you want to be in the relationship, or with the family, or whatever. And I just want to say, sometimes saying the thing that you're like, you want me to say that, God? Is the thing needed for the situation to make a turn. And so don't just keep peace all your life, or for years, which I did for years. I was like, oh, I'm fine. I don't have to say this. I wasn't one to really speak up. But you know what? When I did, it shifted the things that were happening more positively. Like, it made them go a different direction than just staying the same, staying in that same cycle of yuck, or why is this in my life, or whatever. So what if just saying the thing or doing the thing would shift that? So I wanted to just encourage you with that. And God has been so faithful. I know in my life, when my kids were, acting all different ways, and I could have thought all the negative things about them, which I did for a season. But then I just started speaking that they were a blessing, and that I was so thankful for them. And then, even with my husband, I've shared this before, but when we were in a hard time in our marriage, if I would have focused on the negative in that situation, I would not be married today to this same man. But because I chose to think positive about him, think life over him, and over our family and our marriage, I still have that. So can you see how that helps, when what we're thinking, what we're saying, So what we think is actually what comes out, right? But do you see how it can make such a huge difference in the way you're living and what you have in your life today? And so I just encourage you to say the words you need to say, do the thing you need to say to make that shift in your life, to head it down the road in a positive direction, rather than just staying in that same circle of, I wish this wasn't the way it was. It doesn't have to be that way. Okay. And so, anyway, just wanted to say that. Enjoy your day. Have an amazing day. Why would we want anything different? Let's not think anything different about our day. Let's just think it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to see the goodness of God in my day today. So, love you. Talk to you soon.